Shalom, shalom. We have been pondering about the two witnesses. It actually, maybe Elisha or Enoch, or is it physical or is it spiritual or is it both? Interesting thing to think about is that they are two that are a witness. That a fire will come out of their mouth, and they who have the testimony of the Messiah and the commandments, the one that Satan will try to kill. There are something about two as well in the scripture as I see it. Two shall be one, northern kingdom and the south kingdom. So here we have a unity, and we have a man and a woman. It is two. We send out 2 and 2 disciples. We have to have the true testimony, that is one, and we have to have the commandments, that is 2. We have the word, that is 1, and then we have the spirit versus the seed, the word, come together in the Messiah, being one. And we had a lot of 2. We think about 12, that is 1 and 2, 12. As I see it, it is kind of completion. 12 times 12 is 144,000. Have 12 tribes, are 12 gates, 12 apostles. In 12 there are a 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2, and with that 12, the fulfillment. I don't think that is, my topic today, but I just wanted to speak that out. And I also know that we have talked about the 144,000, that we have been taught that this is only man, but we have together, when we have each other table, we kind of see that it is the house of Israel. Is as I see it, the physical seed that receive the spiritual seed, and the Father are putting his finger on our heart, on our stony heart. He puts his finger, the finger that he wrote down the 10 commandments on the stony heart. He take the same finger and touch it, our heart, and it becomes a fleshly heart. And as I see it, the spirit of truth are coming into our life. That is to be born again, as I see it. The spirit of fire and cleanses us up and purified us in the word. This fire is the Ruach. Lead us to the whole truth. Set us apart. It open up our eyes and ears. And it unloosing our tongue so we can speak. Through that we are and we become a true witness. We know that the second reign will come. We'll have the strength of David, and we shall do many wonders, miracles. The fire, the Ruach HaKodesh, with the word, these two together, 1 plus 1 equal 2. The word comes with the spirit that make our stony hearts to fleshly heart, and it is the spirit, the Father's spirit, that speaks through us. It is the fire that comes out of our mouth, like it is described in Revelation about the two witnesses. Interesting thing is when we put together the 144,000, that it is both woman and man, that we are going to be priests and kings in the kingdom, Jerusalem, for the other nation. We that have the testimony of the Messiah, because we keep the commandments, the law that are written into our heart. My question has been, why does it have to come two people down here and preach the gospel? And I have thought about that a long time, and then Miranda was coming and saying that the world that are corrupted by AI now, easily can manipulate the two witnessing and confusing us. And you see in the scriptures it's always say they who have eyes to hear and ears to see. And I think that it's a very many rabbit hole in the scripture that we can fall into if we do not have ears to hear and eyes to see, because many are looking for something in our physical eyes, but we are not going to see it physical, but we are going to see it spiritual. Romans 8:4, I think, for that the righteousness of the law shall be fulfilled in us, not after the flesh, but after the spirit. But again, this is only my thoughts that I'm wondering about, and thoughts that I connect together. Like the 144,000, the two witnessing, and I connect the last rain, Hosea 6:2, I think it is. And while I was pondering about the two witnessing, and I was pondering about the second rain will be poured out to us, I felt that I was led to break down Mark 8, this miracle, Mark 8 in 34, and I will read it. And looking up to heaven, he signed it and said unto him, Ephata, that is, be open. Forgive me, I have to read verse 33 first. And he took him aside from the multitude and put his finger into his ears, and he spit and touches his tongue. And look upon the heaven and sighed and said unto him, Ephata, that is, be open. And that is very interesting. And I break it down. He took this is to take for oneself, to choose. You remember that the chosen one, he choose, he took, he take, he choose. Him there can be breath and himself. And I think about the breath, the chosen one, the breath of the Father. He breathed in life. He created his children by the breath. Aside, it is separate. It's home. We coming home, back to the Father again. And aside can be his own. According to what? It is according to something. Of course, it is according to the word, his will, his plan, his salvation plan, Yeshua. Then we have the word from. It is from something near. This is very interesting. From something near. It is near him. In Deuteronomy 18:18, I will send you a prophet among your brethren. That is the Messiah. Something near. Relation, separation, that is from. And mere multitude, a class of people, but the root word of that is remote, processed, conceive, go to law, recover, reign, rest, return, and uncircumcised. And we have the fingers, that is 10 commandments, the law. Touch, to set on fire, kindle light. When he touches hair, he set on fire, the spirit, kindle light. This miracle is not random. Okay, he did a physical miracle with that man, but he talks about very deep things here. Then we go to verse 34, to looking up. It's take heed to receive sight. To receive sight, he connect with the Father. He's one with the Father. Two here. Of one mind, there you have the two of one mind, purpose. Heaven here is happy gospel, power, lifting itself above. And sight, I don't know if I say it right in English. Sigd. He do like that, like this. It is with grief, bringing covenant, establish, and a prayer of grief. Be open, that is as firstborn, to be born again. And we know that we are being first physically born with this breath that we saw up here, but also we are born spiritually with his finger. Where did I have this finger? The commandments, the fingers, 10 commandments, touches our stony heart, so this heart become flesh, write the law inside our heart. Further in verse 35, and straightway on his command his ears were opened, and the strings of his tongue was loosed, and he spake plan. He speak plan. I just have to say that where was it? The tongue was loosed, and he spake plan. This go to Ephata, be open. He are releasing something here. In this miracle he are releasing. And what are he releasing? When I begin to read this and broke this time, because I was pondering about the second rain, I of course my brain saw the second rain in this miracle, that he opened up and release. So break down verse 35, something of it. Ears, hearing, report, understanding. I were open, firstborn, born again. Fleshly heart, I write that. The fingers of the Most High, he does it through the Messiah. Fingers, the law on our heart. Further in verse 35, string, this is very interesting. String, that is prison change. He open up, he imprison us and change us. Tongue, that is language, the Father's language. So the Father's language is his word, his truth, that we shall speak that out. So he imprison our change, so that we, with our tongue, can speak language, to speak out clear things, not unclean, but clean things as well. And loosen is very interesting. It is to break, to crack. And I thought about Genesis, that when, the woman shall smash the heel or something. But anyway, break and crack, and by separation. He does it by separation, and we all know what that means. And that becomes joyful, and destroying the enemy. Or spoke plain, that is to break silence. To break silence. Think about the last rain here. Break the silence. We know that the scriptures shall also be, nobody shall be able to listen to it. But this world, when the two witnesses are coming, they break the silence. They break it and they speak out the fire, the word. It also can be actually give out name. And I think that is also very interesting, if I understand it right, because we shall be marked by the name. To command. This means that it is not that we just speak it out, like preach it. We command it. We command. And what are the two witnessing doing? They command it out. And they are upright. They are straight, upright, and rising. they will rise up to the heaven as well, and lifted itself above the plain, the mountains. It is above. It's above the mountains. Up in the mountains, we know that the mountains are, connected with holiness and thinking, sober mind, and have high thoughts. The Father's thoughts. And this kind of reminds me about the two witnessing and the second rain. And it's also, to explain sin. That is what we are doing now. But when the second rain are coming, when I think that he's going to speak it out, the second rain, he's going to speak out, Ephata. He's going to command that out, Ephata, be open, and the second rain will come straight away, and it will string of tongues opened, and the string of his tongue was closed, and he spake rain. He will break that. He will break and crush the that was imprisoned. He will release. He will release. That is the better word. Losing, release his ruach, his power. Yes, and it's explaining sin. Lift up. The word of lifting up. Raise the voice. Raise the voice. And in verse 36, I think that publish was a kind of interesting thing. It means divine truth, to preach, a preacher. The two witnessing are a preacher, two preachers. Anyway, I don't know if you see the two witnessing here and the second rain here, but we all can see that this miracle is about salvation. It is about how he comes with the salvation. It is about to break us through the prison. It makes us free to the water, baptize us in the water, in the Spirit that cleanses us up. The law are written on our heart, and it says show some people as well, and separate home, his own. It is something near his own coming back to his own home. When I read it the first time, I just, oh my goodness, this is about the second rain, and I was blown up, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just, the about the that we that are chosen, that we choose life, and how we receive the word. Maybe it is, but I have read something and write something here also. So this miracle is about to break silence with beating the breast in grief. To break silence, I take all these words from the Strongs and put them together in this context. To break silence with beating the beast's breast in grief. It is commanding upright, standing upright, commanding the word, the happy news. And this is also telling us about out of his own breath, he take out for himself a people. And he touches our heart with his finger, that is to be born again. So I thought that was a kind of interesting, and I think that every miracle he did, it is explanation. It's a deeper explanation into everything, and we all know that. So I do not say that I am right here at all. I can see that the Strongs and the meaning in Hebrew lead us to salvation, the Yeshua plan. But if it's about the second rain, I don't know. What I was thinking was very ulala is what Ephata, that is, be open. It is the only time he is saying that. By all the miracle he does, it is the only only times he say ephata, be open. He commanded, and he and here further here, and were beyond measure astonished, saying, he had done all things well. He make it both here is interesting, actually. The deaf to hear and the dumb to speak. My question is here, why does he do that miracle, and why is it explained in all these words? Why? Because this is something he wants to tell us about, and he wants us to connect that with everything else. In the scripture he say, he shall do it, he shall do it, he shall open it, so the second rain will come. I'm not saying that it is not to physical witness, I'm not, but I am absolutely certain that we also are a witness, and the second rain will come. And I know that the tongue here are very important, and the fire that comes out of the tongue. To purify ourselves now with the word and the blood, the water, because what's come out of our mouth using our tongue has to be clean. The word has already cleaned us, the water, when the water are flowing inside of us. The whale that are never empty. Yeah, I'm making some food also as well. I hope that this didn't confuse you. But this is only my thoughts. Shalom, shalom.